I mean, you and I have talked about
Even
this.
Elvis, right?
They were the second or the third.
Yep.
Right? So these true innovators are actually the ones that don't make the most money. It's the early adopters of that technology. So Steve Jobs, he wasn't a computer analyst. He was a designer, like he was an artist. And so he gets his hands on this computer called the Kennebec. And from that says, hey, I think we can make something. Calls his friend Steve Wozniak, who worked for Atari. And from that, they create this thing. And in the first couple of years, create $1 billion company. Now, I often lead this talk and say, who's the greatest salesman that's ever lived? Everybody says all these different names. It's Steve Jobs. Steve
Really?
was the greatest salesman that's ever lived. Now, technically, we can call it Elon because it's different. But Steve Jobs changed the world through that type of optimism. Again, behind the scenes, you read his book, he was a tyrant to be around.
Yeah.
But his persona, I believe that was integrated, was somebody that was incredibly optimistic.